Hey. Hey. Hey there. How's it going? It's been a while, hasn't it? Been a while since you've seen the floating Hakuya head. How's it going, everybody? Hello there, Rico. Oh. Oh. I'm not sure if I'll ever get used to sitting on the floor like this, but, you know, you gotta live somehow, right? Oh, what time is it? Oh gosh, oh goodness, I'm really late. I'm sorry. Why can't I hear myself? That's very odd. Usually I can hear myself. Oh yeah. So last time I think I messed up my headphone stuff. Um, messed up my headphone stuff, so I can't really hear. Oh wait, no, that's not how this one works. Right. So I forgot to save my microphone settings from last stream, and I did not have time to do a test stream today, so we're just gonna wing it basically. Yeah, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna try to get everything going, I guess. And I'm going to have to rely on you guys to help me out with the sound. I'm not sure if the microphone is too sensitive or like not sensitive enough. I'll have to ask you guys to help me out for that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start the fire. Not gonna chat too much, and I mean, we'll have plenty of time to chat. And I'm not gonna do 5 hours like I did last time. That was just way too much. Honestly, that was way too much. Right. Without further ado, let me go ahead and put some fire on. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't see a thing in this. I cannot see a thing. Oh, right. I need some paper. 1 second. Oh. Ayo. Wah. I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing at all. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having a good one on this fine Tuesday. Hope it looks comfy. It's like, hello there, Wolf. Hello there, Rico. Yeah, no, I just woke up. I didn't feel like getting dressed or anything, so I just went ahead and I mean, this is just what I wear all the time, so, in my PJs. Not sure if human or bird. Sunraven. Yes, Sunraven. But, yeah. So, last time I didn't do this because I already had a fire going before I started stream. I just put it out. But this time around, the fireplace is completely cold. If I were to start a fire right now, the smoke would get trapped in the chimney because outside is very cold. The cold air is going to try to come down the chimney, and the smoke is going to try to go up. When the cold and hot air collide with each other, it's going to trap the smoke, and sometimes it might even push the smoke down. So first off, I'm going to light some paper. I'm just going to light it up, and I'm just going to hold it here, let it warm up the chimney a little bit before I actually start the fire proper. So that, you know, when the chimney is warm, I won't have troubles with the smoke getting caught inside the chimney. That's what I would wear if I streamed. Oh yeah, I just gotta spend like 12 hours making a mask first. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And hopefully not set myself on fire. I cannot see how this thing is. That's a lock. Does this one work? How the I really dislike these types of lighters. They're supposed to be safe, but half the time they just don't. How does this one even work? Oh my lord. Need one that actually works. Why do I have a bread knife here? Who the heck put a bread knife here? Let's give me this. That's better. Alright. So I'm just gonna put this. I'm just gonna let that burn for a little bit. Gonna let it warm up the chimney for maybe a minute or two. Oh, this envelope does not like to burn. Hold there, my hand's getting tired. You can also use a candle. And that would work too, but also that would take forever. Oh, this thing just does not want to burn. This envelope does not want to burn. Maybe there's too much like stuff in it or something. Let's try that again. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's Mama Yatano on the sink. Unfortunately, I do live with other people right now, so. Right. Well, this should be fine. Chimney should be sufficiently warm. I'm just going to toss it down there. Like that. Light itself. Or, you know, it'd be better if I lit the bottom part. Oh my lord. Get set on fire, please. I think it's a little bit wet or something. Usually it gets lit much easier. So if this does not light, I'm gonna be mad. Let's try to stuff it with some more. Oh, there we go. Need a little bit of patience. It's just really hard to do it when I can't see anything. I literally cannot see anything right now. 何も見えないよ、今は。ね? 何にも見えない. How's the sound so far? For the microphone I'm using for this Fireplace stream, I forgot to save the settings I had last time, so I need you guys to tell me if you can hear the sound of the fire. Like, can you hear the popping? Is it like ASMR loudness? Do I need to make it louder? This is fine. It's loud and clear. Maybe a bit too loud. I don't know. We'll check when we make the fire bigger. I can always adjust the sound settings. Fire may be a little bit too big. It's better to start with a smaller fire. Whoopsies. It's better to start with a smaller fire with a kindling to help warm up the chimney faster. Well, it looks like the smoke is clearing out a decent amount. As long as it's not getting back into the house, should be okay. Am I blocking the view? Hope I'm not blocking the view with my giant head. I apologize if I am. Funny wet logs? There's no wet logs here. There's no wet log. Oh, that's pretty big. Small piece. I'm just, since I can't see, right, I'm just feeling my way until I find something that's roughly the size that I want. Size is very important. Don't let them tell you size isn't important. Size is incredibly important. You don't want to start a fire with a wood that's too big. It has to be just right. Whew. I need to put some more kindling in. Because the bigger logs, they take a while to catch on fire. Helps to have the kindling get it hot enough. And it sure is beautiful. It's beautiful. There's just something really relaxing about seeing the flames. Now the sound of steam though, that's not very relaxing at all. I don't like the sound of steam. It just annoys me. It's my OCD. It's like, oh man, the wood's not properly dry. You can see here, with the way that that is, it's not really burning that well. This piece might be a little bit wet on the right here. Or maybe it just needs some more oxygen. I don't know. It's not burning super well. Would you recommend to live in Alaska? No. No, I would not recommend that you live in Alaska. It's cold, inhospitable, lots of monsters. Wolves, bears. No electricity. You know? Take a wrong turn, you'll meet with a moose. Don't want to meet moose. And you know, everything's extremely expensive. Good internet, good luck. How's your day? I mean, I think I got a little bit of a cold yesterday. I was a little bit sick. Yesterday. So I'm glad I ended stream when I did, though it still ended up being a pretty long stream. Today, I'm gonna try to make this stream not so long, because I really would rather not stream that much. I still have some other things I need to do. I have some work that I need to get done. There we go. It's starting to catch. If I can put something else in there. This is nice. This is a nice size. I was going to go buy some real firewood, some standardized firewood logs to show you guys how well it burns, but I was so busy over the weekend, I didn't have any time to do so. Yesterday I went out like twice, and you know, maybe I got a cold because I was out in the rain without an umbrella or a hood. I was just out in the rain for a little bit, guys. It was only 2 degrees outside. It was only like 20 degrees. Not a big deal. 20 degrees? Maybe like 30 degrees? Yeah. something like that. It was only like 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not a big deal. You just kind of expect the cold. It wasn't that cold. I think I overdressed, honestly. More likely that I got a cold was because someone touched me. I had people touch me. I don't like being touched. So like, it's already the 16th, isn't it? Is today the 16th? No, it's the 17th. Oh man. December kind of just snuck by me. I don't know what to say. Next week is going to be Christmas. And you know, I saw that tweet, right, that said, oh guys, in Japan, Christmas is a couples holiday. So if your streamer, if your Oshi is not streaming on Christmas, that means she's having sex. And you know what's so funny? The first person to reply with like the best, like the most likes was good. With like an image of former Prime Minister Abe saying procreate, right? I'm so glad that it seems like over time people have become really tired of, what do you call it, obsessive fans who want their Oshis to be miserable and lonely. I'm glad that nowadays people are like, yeah, my Oshi seems kind of lonely. And you know, streaming full time, you know, 2 streams per day is kind of difficult. Hopefully they have someone that can take care of them and cook and do the laundry and stuff, right? Someone to support them. You know, a lot of VTubers still live with their families. And for those that don't live with their families, I hope they have a significant other, because, man, it's hard enough. It is hard enough trying to do all this stuff, right? Managing all the, especially if you're an indie VTuber, but you're a big indie VTuber, you have to act as your own manager, your own promoter. You have to finance everything yourself. It becomes really hectic, right? It's really nice to just have someone there. If not for physical needs, then for like emotional needs. Someone to just be there to listen to you talk, like about problems that you can't tell, because you know, between VTubers and their fans, there's like a line that can't be crossed. It's always nice to have viewers listen to whatever thoughts you might have, but like sometimes there's just some things you can't say, like your social insurance number your social security number, for instance. I forgot they don't call that in America. In Canada, it's called a social insurance number. In America, it's social security, right? Different terminology, same thing. -2 here, though, nothing fancy. Yeah, I know. Today's a little bit cooler. I mean, warmer. It's a little bit warmer. The other day was like much colder, but today it's okay. It snowed. It snowed a little bit. I wish we had more snow, honestly. You know what I really look forward to, that I haven't done in years? I want to go snowboarding. I actually have a snowboard. It was a cheap bargain bin $100 snowboard, so you know it's a piece of crap made in China. So, but you know, it was a snowboard that I didn't need to rent. So honestly, the rental boards were probably better. The rental boards are probably better than the board that I own. I actually wanted to try learning how to ski this year, though, because I've been snowboarding for as long as I can remember, but I've never tried skiing. Now maybe I might be someone who's actually more suited to skiing, but since I never tried it, I don't know. I just don't know. I want to add some more wood, actually. I think it's better when you do these fires to start them, well, for the very start to be like small, but once the chimney is properly warmed up, I think it's a good idea to have a big fire, just because the heat that the fire makes does not come from the wood itself, or like the fire up here itself. the heat actually comes from the hot coals down below. So we can get a lot of blazing orange hot coals below, and that'll start warming up your home pretty quickly. Although honestly, like, if you're watching this stream, you probably don't have a fireplace at home, and you probably don't have to worry about warming your house with wood. Isn't that beautiful? I remember last time Rora came by and she was saying she wanted a big fire. She wanted to crackle and pop, you know? Wanted the biggest piece. Where is she now? Nowhere to be found. This time I have a pretty large amount of wood. Don't need to leave to grab wood this time. Here's a nice big one. Right up there. And I think that should be fine for now. I'm gonna get behind the camera. Oh, hi there. How's it going? I'm gonna zoom in the camera a little bit so you can appreciate. The flames a little bit more. If your Oshi's not streaming, it's because they have an eggnog problem? A what? Girls Frontline, NTR, Parasocial, Pecora. Pecora Mama is an asset. Wait, what are you talking about, Pecora Mama? Since we're not Canadian, you can go ahead and tell us. Yeah, it's freedom units. Still. You ski, it's easy and fun, yeah. But the thing is, like, when I first learned how to snowboard, right? I saw this kid who was learning how to ski on like the beginner slopes, and the kid like did a full splits, and I'm pretty sure that little boy did not do ballet. So he did the splits because he didn't know how to hold his legs together while wearing the skis. They slid down a little bit, and his legs just went wider and wider and wider until he did the splits, and then he started crying, and then that memory has just been burned into my brain for the longest time. So I've always been hesitant to ski because of that. More useful in my mountain trekking experience. Oh, well, we can set a fire anyways. I'm sure you could. This would be a good time, actually, for me to ask how the sound of the microphone is, not for the one that I'm talking through, but for the Fire microphone. Is it loud, or maybe I can turn it up a little bit? Because from my graph, it looks like it's a little bit quiet. How is that? Would you like me to turn up the volume? Now it's a little soft. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna turn up the gain settings a little bit. How's that? Is that better, or would you like it more? I do think the last stream that I did this is a little quiet. Alright, if you think this is good, then it's fine. I can still turn it up more if you would like. Yeah. Just settle down and just enjoy each other's company for a little bit, right? We hear the white noise of the fire, so it's fine. Alright. Good then. Sounds like water. I like the sound of water. You mean it sounds like the sound of rain, or it sounds like water? Hi, the police are coming? No, don't worry about that. That's not the police. That's just, that's not the police. That's just... It's local wildlife, you know. It's the owls. The owls make those sounds sometimes. It's a fox, yeah. It's a northern Canadian fox. They make those sounds. Yeah, no, the police don't come here. There are no police. There are no police up here. It's too far away from civilization. I'm actually not sure whether to look at my computer screen or to look at the actual fire. Honestly, the real thing is way prettier than what the camera can show. There's like so many colors in the fire. It also moves way faster than the camera can keep up with. I noticed. The camera is not fast enough for the fire. Fire is super fast. What do they want you to think? What do they want me to think, huh? What do they want me to think? The Paw Patrol. The Paw Patrol. Super Troopers. I was originally thinking of doing this on the weekend, but I don't know. Tuesday just felt right for some reason. Do you need audio interface or mics? I've been facilitating giveaways for people. I mean, I could always use a new mic or audio interface. I love that stuff, but like, you know, my main microphone that I usually stream with is a KSM32, which is like the perfect mic for me. The only thing that could like possibly be better mic for me is like a CL414. An AKG C414. That was probably the only mic that could be better for me. Or like, I don't know, Austrian Audio 818. Those microphones are like over $1,000. They're so expensive. I mean, my current mic is pretty expensive too, but like those are way more expensive. I do know like the UA47 probably is not that good for me. The U47 is probably not that good for me. What was it the Neumann? The Neumann U47 probably not that good for my voice. But I actually received a new audio mixer just well, not yesterday, but a couple of days ago. It finally came in the mail. I haven't unpacked it and installed it yet because I'll have to redo all my settings. I found that the Rodecaster Pro 2 that I'm using is kind of super finicky and not that reliable. The sound quality is better than the Go XLR, but it's got so many glitches. It keeps on making all these popping sounds and disconnecting, and it's just not very good. But I ended up buying the audio mixer that my Oshi uses, Mint Phantom. She uses the Yamaha AG08, and I recently bought one on like a 50% discount, which is unheard of. You never see audio devices going for 50% off. But I found it for 50% off. So I was like, oh wow, hey, that's an incredible deal. Let me go ahead and buy one, or two, or three. No Neumann giveaways. NTR1? NTR1? The NTR? Oh my god. I can't get away from NTR. Please. Shora is fine though. Yeah, no. The KSM32 is like my favorite microphone that I've ever used. It's like the perfect one for my voice. NPR1? NPR? What's NPR? Yeah, no. I've tried using the NTR1. I don't think it's good for me. The current mic I have right now is the SC Electronics Neom. It's my travel microphone. It's a USB microphone, but it's like super heavy. It's a USB microphone, but it's pretty small. It's decently portable, but it's kind of heavy. I use it when I travel, so I don't have to bring my mixer with me. Like I brought my Go XLR with me to Japan last time. It took up like half of my luggage space. I'm not doing that again. It was such a waste of my time. I brought that with me to Offkai as well, and it just took up so much space in my suitcase. I'm glad I bought this microphone. This is way better. Although these days I'm not traveling so much, so maybe I shouldn't have bought this microphone. Who knows? As for like the shotgun microphone I'm using for the fire, it's kind of a cheapo $200 Canadian, so I guess that's like $160 American shotgun mic. It's made by some Chinese company. I don't know what it is. It's like some Chinese company. Oh, NPR, Tiny Desk Concerts. Yeah, I like Tiny Desk Concerts. They're pretty cool. It's just so cute having all these musicians in a tiny little room singing together. It's much more low-key than, the First Take, which everybody knows is like heavily edited. Isn't like the First Take actually isn't the First Take owned by Sony? Like it's not even, it's literally just advertisement, right? The First Take is so heavily edited. I think there was this YouTuber who went through the audio waves and like just looked at how edited it was, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. I don't mind that it's edited, but like if you just understand that it's just for show, then it's like, yeah, you don't have to. Owned by Suomi. Owned by the Finnish. National Public Radio. Traveled to Bulgaria with mics and stuff. They thought it was sketchy stuff. Wait, why would they think it's sketchy? Also, yeah, you can hear the squirming. You can hear the sound of like all that steam in the microphone. That's how you know you have bad wood. That wood is too wet. I really wish I had bought my I wish I went and bought some quality wood so I could. I'm not gonna lie. This is like triggering my. I don't know what it is, but like hearing the sound of the steam really annoys me. It really annoys me so much. It triggers my OCD. Makes me want to get some actual like nice calming dry wood. Somi's parties are the main owner. Somi's parties is the main owner. What parties? Occasionally you'll get a crack, but like it's overshadowed by all the steam. Ah, man. Actually, you know, today I think is like the first schedule I put out for the month of December. This month really did sneak up on me, I'm not gonna lie. I have been so busy with stuff outside of streaming that I've not been able to make a proper schedule. And you know, and I still need to have a lot of work to do. That's why I'm having today be a shorter stream. I have a lot of work I need to get finished. Recently I've been like thinking that like, I don't know, Sunday was like a big wake up call for me. I've never had so many people in my stream before. And it made me think about, you know, how I want to do things going forward in this channel. Like it was really eye-opening, I guess, to see what type of streamer that I am when I'm confronted with lots of viewers, lots of chatters, as well as like how I like to plan my events. Somi's pen ties. Pen ties, what are those? And I just want to I wasn't sure how I would, because like I'm small right now, I don't have to worry about too many things. But I do know that once you get bigger, and if you were to make this thing your job, right, you would probably want to be more consistent with your output about the things that you do, the content types that you do. And there was always that pressure of trying to keep your viewers, right? A lot of like channels, they blow up and then they lose their views. Since most of my viewers came from Ferrari, and my sister Kuriko shilling it, I'm not expecting to keep that many people, right? I'm not expecting really anybody to stick around. But it was still really fun. And it made me think about like, okay, what do I want to do? And what direction do I want to continue on with? Do I want to become a gacha streamer? Do I want to become a variety streamer? I mean, I'm already a variety streamer, but you know, for smaller people, you kind of want to be a niche, a double niche, preferably, so that people like have an identity to attach you to. You know, I've always just liked the idea of going and becoming a gacha streamer. Kuriko almost only plays gachas. Sometimes she plays other games, but most of the time she plays gachas. And you know, I look at channels that do almost all gachas, and I don't know if I could do that, man. I need to play real games. So we are not fun. It's okay. No, you're fun. You're fun. I'm just thinking about what's going to happen in the future, you know? I don't want to like be awake at night in bed worrying about what I want to do next, or what sort of content I need to pump out to keep viewers, right? I don't need to worry about that right now. But in the future, I just sort of assumed before that, you know, when I decided to go full time, that I would get big and then I would keep on growing and growing and growing. But that's not quite how it works, is it? You know, in this content making space, you'll have moments where you grow really fast, and then maybe you'll stagnate, and then maybe you'll shrink a bit, and then maybe you'll just stay there for a long while, and then suddenly one day you'll grow big again. It's really hard because you can't really plan for that, can you? It's really difficult to plan ahead for things like that. I've got several friends who are full-time VTubers, and they're struggling. They're struggling. Some of them are getting bigger, some of them are not. And I wonder about where my place in it will all be. Hello there, Kimberly. Pump. Yeah, pumping. Hi, Kimberly. How was your day? Hope you've had a good one. And yeah, the sun's pretty much gone down now, as you can see from the walls. It used to be like, when we first started stream, they were kind of white. Now it's turning blue. Weather's not so good, but that's how it is in Canada. It was fun making brownies. Oh man, I want brownies right about now. I'm sure your brownies tasted wonderful. Gosh, I don't remember the last time I made brownies. Were you making the brownies for someone, or were you just enjoying them for yourself? I think I'm gonna plop some more wood in there. I think I'm gonna plop some more wood on there. Is Canada cold? Yes. Canada is very cold. Canada is extremely cold. That's why I'm burning wood. That's not so good. Get some more space. That's fine. Actually, fine for now. I really do like the smell of burning wood. It's really, I don't know, fresh. Some woods smell better than others. Some woods smell terrible. Some woods will actually explode if you put them in the fire. Darker is not so good. Who said that? For cooking classes. Oh, you're taking cooking classes, Kimberly? I think the other day I was using this my recipe book that I wrote in cooking class back in high school, and I was using it as fuel for the fire. Yep, Yatano Hakia was book burning. I was like, those recipes, those ancient recipes, they were not that good. A lot of them used like American measurements, which was really bad since I live in Canada. And they were just really not that good. I just burned them. It was really cringe seeing high school Hakuya's handwriting. Really poor. I feel like these days my handwriting is probably even worse. I don't write that much these days. Everybody types these days. I hear like with the new generations, they don't know how to write. Because they just use their smartphones. They don't even type, they just use their smartphones. 2024. All these nuts. Wet exploding logs are the funniest. I don't know, man. I think I could just stare at those flames forever. Really calming for me. You know, when everything just seems so ridiculous in the world. And I'm filled full of worries and anxiety. And the fire. The fire is always gonna be there. Reliable. Have to take care of it like a baby though. Fires can be really dangerous if you're not watching them. And they could also just go out when you're not watching, or they could just like let smoke, which is really bad as well. I don't know if you want a brownie. I can make it less sweet for you. Oh, are your brownies really sweet? I mean, I don't mind. Brownie is dessert anyway, so it's supposed to be sweet. Isn't that just normal? Don't think about that. Let's change subjects. Before you burn up your house. You decided it's a new game fad for the month. Someone asked me. Yeah. I saw it you posted on Discord. Which, by the way, I finally added YouTube membership roles on the Discord. It only took me 3 months because I couldn't figure out how to do it. For the longest time, I didn't know how to do it. But it's finally there. If you have a YouTube membership, but you don't have the special role on Discord, please let me know, and I'll try my best to fix that. $84 years? 84 years since what? Hey there, Wolf. 84 years since what? What happened? Sun Raven months. Hey, you don't. Who told you that? Since you figured out YouTube roles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try to be good with technology. I think I'm much better with hardware than I am with software. I think I'm really bad with software. Hardware makes sense to me. Dials and knobs make sense. Software is confusing. Joe told me that. Joe Mama? Joe Mama told me that? Or was it Joe Biden? Barely understand Discord. It saves Discord in my mind. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, what was it? What was it? There was that post on Twitter where the guy was like, if your Oshi isn't streaming on Christmas, because on Japan, Christmas is a couple's holiday. If your Oshi isn't streaming on Christmas, it means they're having sex. Right? The first reply was good, with a former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe meme. Procreate. Yeah, I'm just really glad people are being more supportive of their Oshis finding someone. You know, guys. I know I didn't stream on Christmas last year, but what if I didn't stream on Christmas this year too? But this time, guys, I'm not streaming on Christmas because I've got a girlfriend. That's right. That's right. Yatano Hakia finally got a girlfriend. Please believe me. Please, I'm not lying. Please believe me. I got a girlfriend. Hell yeah. I never plan on dating a streamer. I don't know any of these people. Yeah, I mean, some people are like that. They want people to be lonely like them, which I find to be really sad. You know, I have a lot of streamer friends, and I want them all to be happy. I know some that are married, some that are planning to get married, some who are going to get married very soon, and some who are still, looking. I'm very happy for them. The ones who found somebody to spend their lives with, I'm very happy. Maybe someday that'll be me. But at this point in time, it's hard to see it. But most people are not able to, nobody can see the future. It's hard to see your own potential, right? You might be going through a rough patch right now. I know I am. But despite going through a rough patch, you never know when things might change very quickly. There's a lot of things that you might be able to do that you didn't think you were able to do. But then suddenly it just happened. I've been having a lot of that feeling lately where I didn't know how to do something, and then suddenly I did it, and then I knew how to do it. What do you call that? Breaking your own boundaries? Leaving your comfort zone? Something like that. So even though right now it seems kind of bleak for me, what with my health the way that it is, and debut delayed yet again, I don't know. Maybe things will work out. I've had some... I think for this little while, my health situation's been being more clarified. There's it's a lot of back and forth, right? One day it's gonna be one step forward, another day it's gonna be 2 steps back, then I'll take 1.5 steps forward again, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. Hopefully one day I'll break past the finish line or something. I'll undo these shackles. I mean, you saw my recap. You have some explaining to do. What do you mean I have some explaining to do? I've just been trying my best. Go out there and touch grass. No, it's too cold. I live in Canada, man. It's too cold outside. Like I said, I live in the middle of nowhere. If the streamer is happy with their life, they will continue streaming. Yeah. I mean, some people they stream because they're miserable. I've heard some people say that there's this streamer who hated men, but then once she started streaming and she realized men liked her, she stopped hating men. Kind of wild. Hello there, Anjay. I'm a little bit late. I'll relax too. I'm glad you can come here to relax. Some marriages end well, and others last all their lives. Yeah. I know nowadays people say you should not do that, but I always compare myself to people worse off than me, and think about how I have access to more than even ancient kings do. Not even middle class. You and me. I'm not even middle class. I'm not even sure you could call me any class, considering that I'm not even I'm not even really an active member of society. About the recap stuff, you're the closest thing I have to an Oshi. I know. I am super grateful to it. Hope I don't see you streaming during Christmas. Fine. What's one more year of loneliness gonna be? I'm sure I'll find someone. And that's not just some blind hope. Just I have some things to take care of first. First and foremost, my health. I need to get up on my 2 feet. I don't know, it's just my sense of responsibility. I don't want to be involved with someone who I can't take care of. I can talk to people all over the earth. It's crazy. You got this, Raven. Why, thank you. Saddest marriage breakup is when there's no breakup at all and just one going to heaven and the other. That's actually one of my biggest fears, right? Is that if I do find someone and we grow old together, or even if I don't grow old together, if I find someone and then I just die on them, I don't want that. I don't want that. If I die, I want to die next to them. And I want to die together. In old age, hopefully. Hopefully. If there's a nuclear war or something and we both die in a bombing, then it's at least we're together. I feel like most old people seem to somehow know this and die very close to significant others passing. Yeah? I mean, I don't want to leave that person all alone. I'm sure they wouldn't want to leave me alone either. Feeling lonely is one of the worst things you can feel, aside from hunger or physical pain. That's one of the worst things you can feel. Yeah, I don't want to be the keeper of memories. I cannot. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I do believe in reincarnation. Do you guys believe in reincarnation? I believe in it. I don't think this is my first life. I frequently have memories that I frequently have dreams about things that I have very vivid dreams about things that I've never experienced before. I had two types of vivid dreams. One of them is where dreams of the future, where I see a place or I meet some people, and then I meet them in the future in real life. The other one is vivid dreams that are so far removed from me that I don't know how I even imagined them. And I figure those must be past lives. If not past lives, then at least it might be genetic memory. There's a theory that memories are passed down through your DNA. So you can actually relive the memories of your ancestors. That's a pretty wild idea, but it's possible, right? Yesterday I was doing that Dede quiz, right? It's see what type of love I have. What was it? I'm classically lovey-dovey. I'm a dede, I'm a mega dede, so I'm a classically lovey-dovey guy. I'm also really in love. And also I'm maybe a little bit yandere. I may be a little bit obsessive. And I might be a bit of a zendere, ozodere. I might be a little bit pompous and high class. Too dignified. I was looking up, what was it? Idol colors the other day. And so my main colors are white and purple. And white means sincerity and purity, right? But it also means coldness and distance. And I do feel that's how I am. People often say I'm a little bit aloof. I've had some VTubers tell me that they're afraid to talk to me, even though they wanted to be friends. They said they were afraid to talk to me because they thought that I was elitist, for better or worse. They thought I was hard to reach. Even though I try my best to talk to everybody, they said that I was elitist. And that made me think, damn, how did they come to that conclusion? How do I make it easier for others to talk to me? But I feel like it's just a part of my personality, right? That I am a little bit distant. It's what comes with living in Canada. You become distant. And of course I've got my purple color, which purple is like royalty, grandiosity, luxury, but also pomposity, pride. Maybe I'm a bit of a snob. I try not to be though. Like, look, I will eat anything. I will eat literally anything except the bugs. I will not eat the bugs, thank you very much. I will not fall for the Rosartris propaganda. I will not eat the bugs. Izaidere. Yeah. I'm a little bit noisy too. Even though I'm distant, I can be a little bit noisy. I like to tease people. That's how you know that you're close to me, is if I tease you relentlessly. You believe in it too? I've dreamt about someone before. I memorize his face, but I know how he smiles. The setting was very old, as the clothes were ancient, and he indeed became my what? Became your what? Don't leave me on a cliffhanger. I was interested in your story. White means superiority, and we know why you chose it. Oh, no. That's not why I chose white. It's just how I feel. And it's true. I do feel distant from others. I've always felt distant from others. That's what happens when you live in Canada. A lot of modern younger people fear approaching people in general. It's true. I wonder why. I try my best to be as approachable as possible. And of course, I try to approach others. But you know, I'm always learning. I'm always learning more and more about myself and about other people. It's because I want to connect. I want to phase connect. And I wonder why nobody makes that joke. I have no clue. In fact, there's a lot of... Yeah. I like some bugs, no. I will not eat the bugs. You cannot make me. You cannot make me eat the bugs. Shellfish don't count. Eat the bugs that live in the pod. That guy from Kingsman. I haven't seen the first Kingsman. I've only seen the second one. What was it? You will own nothing and you will be happy. Rosartris propaganda. Became my partner now. He is my partner on that dream and partner now. You are indeed not bitchless. God damn it. Everyone's got bitches but me. Add some more wood. Everyone's got bitches but me. It's the worst. I'm gonna burn your house down. I'm gonna burn your house down. In Minecraft. Hey. Gone for 5 years and courting Hakuya. Who's courting me? If someone were courting me, I would like to know. Guys, who's courting me? If someone's trying to court me, I would like to know. I'll probably reject them, but like, it feels good to be courted, you know? Someone's interested in little old me? Why would anyone be interested in me? I'm just some dude living in the middle of nowhere, burning some wood. Thinking the American lore can basically be like Red Dawn, but in the end, was archers Americans with the Civil War then lead to some cross-sea diplomacy after the Battle of Frankfurt? I actually don't know. All we know is that the Canadian kung fu film industry is going strong. You know, it's you know what it is? It's probably that like China's like so heavily devastated in the Mikaverse that they moved all the Chinese people probably live in Canada. Anja is fucking shoving the fact that F's all over our faces. Haku ban. I can't ban Anje. Anje's a member. I can be telling the truth, I can be making up stories. I choose to believe people. You know? I choose to believe people, even if they're bullshitting. Because, like, you know, sometimes people bullshit because they want, I don't know, some sense of security. Right? They just want you to like them. A lot of people bullshit because they want you to like them. And then when I think about that, I'm like, well, yeah, sure, it's bullshit, but I'll believe it. Someone's putting in the effort. I mean, it might be half-assed effort, but it's still effort. And I want to respect that. I want to respect people who are trying their best. Normal member society. What are you doing here, you normie? Ugh. Counting? Oh, counting. Oops. Court of Owls. Court of Owls. Don't judge me. Gosh, I'm sure glad those police didn't come to my house. I mean, not the police, I mean the foxes. We're glad the foxes didn't actually come to my house. Would have been weird. Someday, I'd like to have someone to share this fireplace with. Maybe I guess it doesn't even have to be a fireplace. I just want to share it with somebody. You know? Neither of my older siblings seem to be having children. So it's kind of up to little old me to continue the Yatano bloodline. Though frankly, sometimes I wonder if the Yatano bloodline should be allowed to continue existing. Maybe it should just end with us. I don't know, my big sister is like such a good person. It's really sad that she's not... I think it's a shame that she doesn't have any children of her own. She's still single. She's single. Guys, my older sister is single. Please, somebody take her. I'm sure she's not old enough. She's not too old, okay? You can still refire that star. I'm sure. For those who are determined enough. Sharing the fireplace with somebody, drinking hot cocoa while telling stories and memories is... Anjay, you said the part that I was too afraid to say. The part that I couldn't really put into words, but that is what I want. And it could just be like, I don't know, a little nephew or niece. And I'd like that too. Yeah, I think I said it before, but a close friend of mine is looking at having children, and I'm like, oh damn, does that mean I get to be an uncle? Wow. Little old me? An uncle? Shucks. Actually, I saw a cousin of mine on a recent family meeting with some relatives. And that cousin, he's much older than me, but I've always seen him as like a stoic person, kind of aloof, even more so than me. But we had another uncle there who had their grandchildren. Yeah, their grandchild was there. And my cousin, who's usually so serious and stoic and aloof, was acting like a complete goofball to entertain our little nephew. I've never met this nephew before, so I didn't have any connection or bond with him. Heck, the parents didn't even bother introducing me. So that tells you just about how much they care about me. But my cousin, my older cousin, he's clearly built up a real relationship with this kid. That they were able to play all this, like, so much. That the little nephew liked him so much, right? And you know, I wanted to play with the little nephew, but I couldn't because we never established that relationship. The little cousin, I guess it's not really my nephew. They're like my uncle's grandchild, so that's like younger cousin, little cousin. I didn't establish any sort of relationship with him, so it would be weird for me to just suddenly like play with him, right? And I was like really jealous. I was really jealous and I felt really awkward because I wanted to play with the kid, but I couldn't. Man, I like kids. I do like kids. I felt so left out. It's cause like my uncle has this weird feud with my dad. I don't know why, but you know. Menhera is very common in Sunraven families. Your sister is tall. I'm sure she's pretty as well. Yeah, no, she is pretty. My older sister is pretty. She's kind of like big boned. She's kind of built like a brick shithouse, but she is pretty. I think jealousy is making me bitter. I don't mind people getting good opportunities and partners. I don't get either. I've seen a lot of people that are like that. They get jealous of others around them, their peers. I find that oftentimes they're not able to properly appreciate themselves. Because they're so focused on looking at others, they don't even see the good parts of themselves. Which is actually plenty. And of course, because they're so focused on other people. They're so focused on like comparing to other people. They don't even notice that there are people that like them. like what is it? That the people that they're trying to look for are like actually right there. And I've been trying to get their attention for the longest time. And I'm just watching that and I'm just going, I feel like I should say something, but I'm not close enough to either of these people. So I'm just gonna continue watching. And I'm gonna, pray in my heart of hearts that they eventually find each other. Because I can't do anything here, even though I want to. I've realized that one of my good traits, I guess as a person and as a VTuber, is that I really like to connect people. I like to connect different peoples together, especially if I know that they'll get along. I mean, for the birthday, right? For my birthday Discord call-ins, I wasn't even trying to connect people, and the guests end up becoming good friends with each other. I was really glad about that. You don't want to, but you get jealous. It's okay to feel some jealousy sometimes. I don't think there's anything wrong with feeling jealous. Jealousy is very normal. Especially people who are progressing in life. I don't. Yeah, no, I understand that. I feel the same way. But looking at other people just makes you miserable. If you compare. I'm actually friends with some couples and, that sounds like such a weird thing to say. I'm friends with some couples and, they're usually like really embarrassed and they like to apologize for being, sweet to each other. And I'm just like, no. Please be sweet to each other. You love each other very much. And also, like, I take you as a role model. It's like, I don't feel jealous so much as I feel like, okay, so that's what I want to aim for. I want to become the ideal Hakuya someday, which is a better me than I am right now. Right? I was actually looking at this Japanese meme. I found it really funny. This Japanese meme was like, so there's this girl, right? And she says, I like yasashii hito. I like kind and gentle people, right? So then there's these two boys. One of them is a nerdy looking dude who's like yasashii. He's kind, he's gentle, he's serious, he's a hard worker, he doesn't smoke. And then he's like, wait a second, I'm kind and gentle. Maybe she'll choose me. Moshikaste boku wo rabu no? And then there's this other guy who's like an e-boy, right? He's an e-boy. He's not serious. He's not yasashii. He's not kind. He's mean. He's not serious. He's flirty. He doesn't have a job. He's not a hard worker. And then the girl's like, I choose the e-boy. And like the nerd guy just looks so angry. And the e-boy's like, hell yeah. Which I just found it really funny. Because it made me start to question, like, okay. Like maybe a lot of people's first reaction to that would be like, the girl's lying, she doesn't know what she wants. Right? She says she wants someone gentle, but she actually chose someone who was really mean. But then I started thinking more deeply about this meme. I was deep diving into this Japanese, I don't even know what you would call it. It's like the Japanese version of a Wojak, I guess. It's with those little like clip arts. You know how like on Twitter, like last month there was that clip art challenge where people were like drawing full renders of those little clip arts from Irasto, I think it's called. Irastoya. Yeah, Irastoya. People were like drawing full renders of those clip arts. Right, the funny little clip arts that a lot of VTubers like to use, especially in shorts. And so I started thinking about like, okay, what if the girl isn't lying? What if she actually does like someone who's yasashii? What if just like her version of yasashii is something different? And then I thought about, okay, What are the things that get mentioned in this meme? Well, the guy says he's majime. Like, the thing says he's majime. He's like hardworking. He's serious. And I started to think about like all the nerdy people I know in this world who are like hardworking and serious, right? And I realized like a lot of them have like something in common, is that like, yes, they're hardworking and serious, but like they're hardworking for themselves. They're not necessarily hardworking for other people. Like, for instance, what was it? The e-boy, right? He plays around. Well, I mean, like the nerd guy plays around too. The nerd guy plays video games. The e-boy, he might also play video games, but like it's a little bit different. Like the e-boy plays around, right? He plays around. And he is serious in a different way. The stereotypical nerdy guy spends all his effort on like things that benefit himself, right? He'll spend his time and money on his hobbies. And this is like totally stereotypes. So it's like, I'm generalizing so much here. But like, you know, basically he'll focus on his career, his work. But like, what does it have to do with a girl? Right? I think one of the quotes that I remember reading a long time ago was like, people who want to be loved without putting the effort are just selfish. And in this case, it's like, okay, nerd guy's putting in a lot of effort, but he's not putting effort into being liked. Right? Just because you make money, right? Just because you make money doesn't mean you deserve to be loved. Just because you're a hard worker doesn't mean you deserve to be loved. Even if you're serious, and even if you don't do drugs, or like, you know, if you don't do alcohol, that doesn't mean you deserve to be loved. E-boy is putting effort into his appearance because he wants to be liked. And that's the difference. It's like, it's this basic fundamental difference, is that then Mr. Nerd Boy is not putting any effort into being liked. He just assumes that he'll be liked for things he was doing naturally, which was like studying and working. But like studying and working just benefits himself, you know, getting a good job benefits himself. Like sure, it's like, it's material wealth, but it's like not emotionally satisfying. E-boy's putting work into his looks because he wants, and maybe even like, you know, the way he talks to people, because he wants to be liked. I feel like that's the difference. The difference in the yasashi is like, nerd boy is yasashi, he's kind, but like not in a way that he actually pays attention to the girl. Whereas like, yeah, the e-boy might be a jerk, but also he actually pays attention to other people. I think that's like the truth behind this meme. This silly little meme. The truth behind it is that like, as terrible as e-boys and like, you know, people like that are, they actually are trying to be liked, even if it's like a very superficial kind of attraction. They're trying to be liked. So instead of getting angry, nerd boy should just work on himself. It's not that hard to get a nice haircut, to wear contact lenses, and like, I don't know, work out if you have to. Or like, I don't know, get a nice haircut, learn how to take selfies. In this day and age, I feel like online dating is like, you know, with dating apps is like, it's inevitable. You might as well learn how to take a good selfie. You might as well. Also, taking selfies sometimes feels good. Yeah, I don't know why I went on such a long tangent about that. Basically, the moral of the story is, don't get angry when someone doesn't like you back. Work on yourself in a way that people will appreciate you, right? You can work on yourself in a way that you like for eternity, but that won't make other people like you. You've got to work on yourself in a way that other people are interested in, right? Does that make sense? What I'm saying making sense? Am I providing a good moral to this lesson here? Am I giving good advice? Because I felt like for a long time when I was like younger and I was lonely, not necessarily like finding a girlfriend, but just like making friends. is that I was angry why people didn't want to be friends with me. Because I was thinking back, what was it? Sheena's sister. Sheena's sister is like a femcel. She's a woman who has been so single for her entire life that she started hating men. And instead of like working on like how she is in order to attract men, or like learning how to talk to men, I don't know, like apparently she's already pretty, so that's not a problem. But it's like instead of like working on like how she talks to men in order to like, I don't know, find a boyfriend, she just gets angry at them. You know, once you're angry at them, you're never going to find a man because you're just going to scare them all away. Right? I think about these things. Because I think it's very sad when people clearly want to find a connection, but they're unable to. I think that's very sad. Like oftentimes I'm a third party and I'm just watching. I'm just watching by the sidelines and I'm like, man, this could be so much better. But there's not really anything I can do about it. It's not my place to like try to help people because you know they don't want to be helped. They don't want advice to come from some stranger. But yeah, that's what it is. It's the jealousy stuff. Don't feel jealous. Just take it as a benchmark for yourself. Be like, that's where I want to be. And what do I have to do to get there? Women sips coffee. Women. Sorry, I can't. I don't know why my throat kind of hurts today. Maybe I still have a cold. Maybe I still have a cold and maybe like whispering is just hurting my throat. Man, how do those ASMR people do it? How do they like talk in whispers like this for like hours and hours and hours? Doesn't this like hurt their throats? It hurts my throat. I think women likes bad boy more because like good boys are boring. No, it's because good boys just assume they'll be liked. It's not because they're boring. It's because like they're not trying. It's because the good boys are literally not even trying. Like, the bad boys might seem unserious, but they are actually trying. You know, confidence is very important. But you don't have to be Sasuke too cool for school type of confident. Because that's not even real confidence. That's like oftentimes just people being assholes. Young women can't really tell the difference between someone who's confident and someone who's arrogant. And they often get burned by that. Which I find kind of sad, but also, like I said, I can't do anything about that. That's just a lesson they'll have to learn on their own. It's hard to find a nice balance. I think I'm pretty confident these days. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I worry about, but I think I'm pretty confident. And I have good reason to be confident. You know, as lowly as I am, I spend every day counting the good things about myself. Most people are only able to see the bad in themselves. It takes conscious effort to look at the good things about yourself. Helps if you write them down. But I've found enough good things about myself that I like that I can be confident despite my current situation in life. Confidence is golden, my friends. It's absolute gold. You're providing moral justification for manipulators. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the E-boy is necessarily right. That, like, the girl chose him. But more so just that, like, you gotta at least try, man. You can't just assume people will like you for being you. Because other people are not you. Other people like certain things and you have to figure out what they like. And you have to shift yourself accordingly to show the parts of you that they might like. You know, just assuming that you'll be liked or loved, I think that's incredibly selfish. Everybody says just be yourself, but that's not quite right. Yes, you should be yourself and you should be confident about being yourself. But it's also important to consider how other people view you. Consider what other people need or want. That's what I think. Your ear? What about your ear? Are you okay? Am I speaking too loudly? I'm sorry. I think most balanced men was the goody two-shoes in public, but very in private. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Gosh, we always talk about relationships. It's because I started watching Crow, and she's always talking about relationships. I genuinely think she's trying to help out her audience. Crow is like such a good person. Yeah, she's genuinely a really good person. You don't talk about stuff like that on stream if you don't care about it. And you know, she doesn't need to talk about it. She's already in a happy relationship with another person, with another guy. She's always reminding everyone how she's in a relationship. It's kind of amazing. We listen and we don't judge, but everyone judges us for being us, for real, for real. It's how it is. I try my best not to judge people. But even then, at some point you gotta draw some lines, I guess. And be like, this is where I stand. This is what I want. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been streaming for a while now. I've come to understand a little bit more about myself. It also helps that I've made some good friends over time. That I can, they glaze me up when I need it. I've started having to consider like, okay, maybe I'm actually pretty cool. Maybe this part of me is pretty cool. Maybe that part of my personality is pretty cool. Maybe this aspect of me is pretty cool. And it helps to like look at yourself and consider your own good traits. But also sometimes, you know, it's nice to have a friend who can point them out to you too. I have a friend who I just constantly tell them how cool they are, but then in response they keep telling me that I'm cooler than them, and then I'm the coolest, and I'm just like, no, you're way cooler than me, and it never ends. It never ends. Neither of us think we're particularly cool, but we think each other are cool. I think relationship is good discussion, because it's not really just love, happy. It's also the boring consistency, the pain, the heartaches, the misunderstandings, the care. Yep. Sure is. I think part of growing up is just accepting those things. Accepting the bad that comes along with the good. Understanding that despite it all, you'd still much rather be connected than disconnected. The heartache and the pain. I know a lot about pain. Maybe not so much emotional pain. Okay, maybe emotional pain, but like mostly physical pain. I know a lot about hurting. Would you like to learn? Would you like to learn from someone who is a bit of an expert? I can show you. I think I know why my throat's so bad. It's probably the smoke. Not coming from the bad wood. Wood's too wet, so there's smoke, and smoke is probably filling my throat, drying out my throat. Probably why my... That's probably why I don't feel so good. Just another reason why I need to burn better wood. You want to learn from me about pain? Bro. Stop. Me knowing about pain is not a choice. It's called having poor health. Hello there, Puck Puck. Hey there. Now, me learning about pain was not my choice. It's just me learning to cope with being in pain. Maybe one day I'll wake up and I won't be tired or hurting. Then I can give more of myself to you guys, and maybe to someone else, if that day ever comes. Fire's looking a little weak. I need to add some more wood. You're happy to be a fellow crow, a fellow bird? Thank you, Kimberly. Makes me happy too. Oh, it's really dark right now, isn't it? The sun's gone down completely. The sky is a nice shade of blue and purple. But at least the fire's going. Salt water helps sore throat. I've got my ways of dealing with it. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about my throat. More fire, yeah, more fire. I've almost run out of wood though. We're pretty close to using up all our wood. I didn't bring any more wood than that. I think that's all I'm gonna burn for today. I wanted to keep today's stream a little bit shorter because I've got some work afterwards. I'm just happy that I got to spend some time with you guys. Happy holidays. It's gonna be Christmas soon. Now, my family does not celebrate Christmas. But you know, still, I wish you guys Merry Christmas. I'll probably wish you guys this again next week. I mean, we still have a full week of streams up ahead. I finally have a schedule up. It's crazy. Can we see Hakia copying ASMR though? Copying ASMR? No. What, do you think I'm gonna chop wood in the house? That's crazy. Nah, today's a lazy day. I don't want to move any more than I have to. Will Hakia follow the schedule? Mostly. Yeah, I think I will follow the schedule. So tomorrow we're gonna start Frostpunk 2. I've been really looking forward to playing Frostpunk. It's a nice, what do you call it, contrast to today. Today we're sitting here warm by the hot fire, right? Drinking some cocoa. I don't have any cocoa on me right now, but just imagine some cocoa. I hope you guys are drinking cocoa. By the way, cocoa is better with milk than with water. Okay, use milk, don't use water. Tomorrow will be Frostpunk, you know, we'll be freezing, huddling together in front of our generator. Instead of this cute little fireplace, we'll be in, like, I don't know, negative 60-degree weather. Don't worry about that, it's just how it is when you live in Bongland. And then I'll take a little break for Thursday. Well, I mean, I'll still be working, but on Friday I'll be doing a collab. We're gonna be doing a nighttime horror game called Pilgrim together with Tier Noir. I like that guy so much. I love him. Cool dude. I'll be taking another break on Saturday from streaming. Still be working though. On Sunday we'll have a hand cam stream. I got a brand new hand cam. It's not like anything special, but it's just a little bit better than the one I have right now. Hopefully, I haven't tried it yet. I haven't opened it up, but I hope that the colors will be a lot better than the current hand cam. You know? It'll just be like a breakfast / lunchtime. Well, breakfast for me, but it'll start at 12 p.m. Or yeah, it'll start at 12 p.m. So it should be lunchtime, but because I wake up so late, it'll be breakfast time. Yeah, and just chatting. It'll just be another like Zatsudan stream. Just sit down and just chat about whatever. And that'll be our week. I'll try my best to stick to that schedule. But you know, deadlines can't wait. Sometimes there's just a lot of deadlines. Celebrate it, and now I'm not in a panic. Gift wrapping presents. Oh, good luck with it. I hope you're able to wrap and get all the gifts you need to. I've been thinking lately about buying some gifts. Although gift giving is not something that's normal in my family. I want to get better at it. Gift giving is not one of my love languages, but it is the love language of some other people. And so I would like to give gifts to those people. Because just because my love language is something, right, I can't expect other people to have the same love language as myself. I have to do things that they want. If I just did things that I want, that's like selfishness. That's not connecting. So I think it's important that I learn different ways of communicating so I can better connect with others. Then maybe I won't be seen as distant and cold, sterile. If I eat cacao, I would start sneezing and my throat would close, but I guess if Hakia orders it, I will. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how to rap, and I'm one of those people who's used to give gifts, but YouTube is your friend. Anje. YouTube is your friend. There is a billion YouTube tutorials on how to wrap gifts. I'm sure you'll be okay. I feel like I'm smart because I bought polo shirts before that are not big enough for me. They don't fit, so I'm going to gift them to my boy cousins and my brother. Fair enough. Clothes are perfectly fine. I'd like to receive a scarf someday. Or maybe a watch. I don't really wear watches. Or scarves. That's a lie. Sometimes I wear scarves, but like, I'd like to receive a scarf. Or a watch. Just something to make me remember that person. I'm rather forgetful. So I need reminders every now and then. Like when I say forgetful, I don't mean about just things. Or like chores. No, I forget about objects. I forget about people. Not just their faces or their names. I forget entire people. Sometimes, like someone will be like, "Hi, Hakuya," and I'm like, "Wait, who are you again?" I'm sorry. I don't remember you. I'm really sorry. It's not like I don't like them. It's just my head is very small. Or rather, I have lots of brain damage. I'm hoping that I can remember people better. Lately I've started writing people's names down, so I maybe have a better chance of remembering them. I know I can look for YouTube videos, I'm just lazy. Don't be lazy. Please don't say you are lazy. だって本当は crazy. Oh my goodness, K-On! Was 15 years ago. Almost 16 years ago. You're getting old. That's okay. I don't mind being old. I learned something the other day. Right? Is that I realized that a lot of the younger streamers that I talk to, or all the younger streamers that I know, they all have very excitable personalities. They're all like very excitable. They're always like very, very hyperactive. Maybe they don't have ADHD, but they have like a very excitable attitude. And I've realized a lot of people look at me and they're like, "Haki, you're such a boomer." Like even though a lot of people look at me and they're like, "Haki, you look really young." Right? But none of them will ever say like I'm a zoomer because I'm too calm. Right? My attitude is too laid back. I'm not hype enough in the way that I speak. But I don't want to be hype. I don't want to be so full of energy, because the truth is I'm not that full of energy. I'm just barely... I'm a sleepy raven, okay? I'm just barely here. But I've noticed it's like just this thing where like the younger people, they're all super hyper all the time. And I wonder if... Wow. Like even if I were to use Zoomer speech, right? Even if I were to say like, yeah, skibbity, Riz, Rizzler, Onceler, maybe not Onceler, Aura, it would not make me sound any younger. Just because of the way that I talk. It's because I'm too calm, apparently. I don't feel calm, though. I think I'm ruled by worries and anxiety as a person. I'm just ruled by it. I'm constantly worrying about this and that. I'm constantly thinking about this and that, the future, the past, sometimes the present. I'm worrying if I say the right things, or do the right things, or if I'm using my time correctly, or I'm talking to the right people, if I'm talking in the right way, if I'm potentially coming off as rude, if I'm not taking the chances I should be taking. But I guess it doesn't really reflect that much in how I talk. But I do like that. I like the consistency in myself. At least when it comes to this. I enjoy this consistency. Because I think at this point I've realized that this is me. K-On the anime, looking young but boomer in action. Skibdi's Gen Alpha is an overthinker, I understand, yeah? Think about so many things. But a lot of these things are just completely out of my control. They're just completely out of my control. I can't do anything about it. I just have to try my best to weather these wuthering waves. To weather these wuthering waves. Now, sooner or later, I'm gonna get to where I want to be. And I want you guys to be there with me. I want you guys to be getting where you want to be. We're all gonna make it. I don't have a plan, but we're all gonna make it. I want to be there to congratulate you guys. And I want you guys to be there to congratulate me. We can like, give each other medals. When we reach the finish line. That's the kind of happy ending that I want. You know, a lot of stories, they end with the happy ending, but I feel like that's not a real happy ending. Happily ever after is a lame and icky way to end a story. I want to see that happily ever after. I want to see it. I want to experience it. It's almost the way that they frame stories, like it's like saying that being happy is boring, but that's not true. Being happy is one of the greatest things that can happen to a person. Something that should be cherished. Not necessarily put on a platform. Because, you know, I'm not where I want to be right now. But that doesn't mean I can't be happy. In spite of my situation. I'm gonna be here for a while without any ability to control things. I might as well enjoy my time here. while I wait and while I work on things to get better. I might as well be happy. There's no good in being miserable. So yeah, there's no point in being jealous. There's like plenty to be happy about. What am I talking about? I don't know. It feels like every stream where I have fire, or if I'm just allowed to talk to myself, and you guys, of course, if I like just get into my head a bit too much, it always just turns up being into a self-motivational speech. Which, guys, I'm not doing this because I'm on stream. This is just how I am when I'm by myself. When I'm by myself, I'll just talk. This is how I'll talk. I'll actually talk to myself out loud. Just like this. It's nice that someone can actually hear me for once. When I'm being like this. I'm not just like pacing around in my room, reassuring myself that things are going to be okay. I'd like to be able to reassure other people that they're going to be okay. I want to reassure you guys. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to get better. The Pokemon gear was removed? No, it hasn't been removed. My Pokemon gear has not been removed yet. It'll be removed next month. I think around the 6th of January. I might not stream for a couple weeks while I recover. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of recording. I'm going to be doing a lot of audio recording. I can only do it in January. Because in February, I'm getting an even bigger Pokemon gear. Yeah, in February, I'm going to get an even bigger, clunkier, more obstructive Pokemon gear. And it's going to stay on me for a little bit. And that's why my debut is going to be pushed back again. But you know, it's all for my health. It's so that I can, in the long term, feel less pain. So I can pursue my happiness. It's just, at this time, I'm in a cocoon. I'm a worm. I'm a caterpillar in a cocoon, and I'm waiting to come out as a beautiful butterfly. But it's gonna take a while. It'll end soon, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm actually going to be quiet for a little bit, just so I can enjoy the fire. Feel free to talk to me if you want to. And I'll respond back, of course, but for just a little bit, I want to focus on that fire. I want to be able to enjoy it for myself. Did I eat at all today? Yeah, I ate. I had some craft dinner. I had some mac and cheese. And I also had some soup noodles with pork and beans. Haven't had dinner yet, but it's not dinner time. It's only 5 o'clock. Already beautiful? I'm glad you think so. Personally, I think I'm quite ugly. I think my heart is quite blackened. My heart and soul are quite blackened with hatred. But you know, it's getting better. It's a little bit gray. It's turning slightly. We're wiping off the ashes, you know? Wiping off the black ashes. Gonna shine soon enough. It's gonna get better. Hope you enjoy flying. Yeah, I said last time, didn't I? I've only experienced a dream of flying twice. And those are my happiest dreams ever. The dreams of flying. I think it's rather poetic that the first dream I remember is a dream of me falling out of the sky. Flight is like the complete opposite. He's lying? He's a good soul? Hello there, Inari. Am I a good soul? See how good of a soul I am. Right now, I still think I have things easy. See what happens when bad times. I mean, can things get worse than this? Probably. There's always. You can always go. If you guys think you're at the bottom, you can always go lower. That's another piece of advice. If you think things can't possibly get any worse, no, they can get worse. So there should be some amount of gratitude for what we have, no matter how bleak it seems. And do the things you can't before? Yeah, I'd like to. There's so many things I want to do I wasn't able to do. Most of it has to do with connecting to other people, so that I'm not so cold and distant. And that's so funny. Idol colors. Cold, white means cold and distant. I like purity. I do still think after all this time. I'm still a very naive person. This world did not want me to be a naive person. You know how himbos are like really well liked for being kind of oblivious? Well, I think I was made fun of pretty relentlessly for being oblivious most of my life. Being in a different time and place than what I was used to. People would be like, Haki, how come you don't know? This is like so obvious to us. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm new here. How could I possibly know these things? The world crushed my innocence. But I still want to be that type of person. Who doesn't judge I just want to be naive. I want to have that naive innocence that believes in the good in the world. Good in other people. Like, 'cause you're in a cocoon, it'll be bright soon. This stream started pretty light, but as you can see, everything around the fire is now black. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I've never been bothered. That's not true. I have been bothered. You guys know I used to be really afraid of the dark, right? It didn't help that my room had like a really large mirror. Guys, if you ever have children, don't put a mirror in their room. That's how you scar them for life. Don't put a mirror in their room. You know, children get scared enough in the dark. If you put a mirror, it'll terrify them. Yeah, I used to be really afraid of the dark. Sometimes I still get afraid, but these days I feel really calm and... Well, not these days, but it's like... At some point, I became very comfortable being in the dark. Makes sense. This is Canada. There's no sun. There's no sun for half the year in Canada, so that makes sense. Basically vampires, you know. I've gotten used to the dark. Maybe a little bit too used to it. Try to be in the light a little bit more. We'll support you and cheer you on no matter what. Oh, it makes me really happy. Of course, I'll support and cheer you on as well. Did you know I envy you? In the way that you can travel to a lot of different countries. I like that as well. I mean, most of my travel was for work. And for when I traveled when I was young, that was not really a choice. That wasn't really my choice. Yeah, most of that travel was not my choice. Mirror in the room was scary, but I like the dark light. I don't know, I think I'm more energetic when I'm in the light. I've just gotten so used to the dark. I know there's a lot of people who get really depressive. They don't have enough sun. But for me, this is just normal. I think that's like one of my good traits, is that I don't get seasonal depression. The lack of sun doesn't change me. Of course, and when I do have the sun, I get more energetic. I become a little bit goofier. Even in the dark, I'm usually pretty fine. I don't like the dark either, so I always keep a light on. Or have videos on some white noise. I always used to hate white noise. It was very difficult for me to sleep with white noise. But these days, I sleep in my studio, and my studio is very dead because of all the sound treatment. So I keep my what is it? My heat pump, my heater and my air conditioner, my heat pump unit. I keep it on at night, and it makes sounds every now and then. And I have an air purifier that also makes sounds, and they add white noise. And I've realized that I've become comfortable with them. I think tolerance to white noise might also have something to do with your health. I think if you're very unhealthy, you might have difficulty with white noise. You might need to sleep with complete silence. You might need complete silence in order to sleep well. So I guess in that That must mean that my health has gotten somewhat better. If I need white noise now. Or, I don't need white noise, but I'm comfortable with it. It doesn't hurt me anymore to have white noise. The caveman. I'll stay for days in my man cave. I mean, that's fine. I try not to be in my man cave too much. In my studio too much. I want to... Like I said, I value my connections. Even if I hate my parents. Even if I hate my parents, I still love them. Still like talking to them. You know, when they're here. When they're actually here. You loved COVID year? Because you didn't have to go out? And I could not deal with Zoom conference university. That was fucking weird. That was way too weird. I just fell asleep during classes in the Zoom calls. I hated it so much. What's white noise? White noise is like just when there's like an ambient sort of noise, like, you know, the sound of a... Like, say the sound of that fire right now. Background noise. The sound of like the wind rustling against your windows. Or the sound of the rain hitting your roof. The sound of the air conditioner. The little hum. That's white noise. I usually have friend streams on when I go to sleep. Oh, so you need a lot of sound then, huh? I don't like having music on when I sleep. It's too stimulating for me. It'll make me think about all sorts of things. For me, I just always wanted peace. No pain and no disturbances. I just want peace. But lately I've been thinking, if I get in a relationship, doesn't that mean I'll have to sleep with someone? I've slept with my siblings before, and that was always really difficult. When I was really young, I slept with my mother, and that was difficult. You know, I've slept with some cousins before. Male cousins. It wasn't a girl cousin, it was a male cousin. That was also difficult. If I sleep with someone, what the heck do I do? How do we fall asleep? That might be trouble. That might be a problem. I've got to figure that out. How do I learn to be able to sleep with someone next to me? But you know, maybe like just like how I've become able to sleep with white noise. Maybe now I've become able to sleep with other people in my bed. If only I had someone I could try this out with. It's kind of weird to sleep with my parents at this point. Or my siblings. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Love your parents while they're still with you. All life is. Yeah, cherish them, no matter how terrible they are. Sweet home. No, you will not. Cease. Halt. I'm now going to be MP7. I'm going to be Cheetah. Hey! 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 Alright. That's all the wood I have for today. Let's watch as it burns out. Oh. Some hot tea. Run or he'll try to sleep with you. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. What's wrong with sleeping with the homies, huh? What's wrong with sleeping with the homies, huh, Rico? Are you telling me you don't sleep with your homies? That's kinda cold. That's kinda cold and distant. 冷たいな、リコさんは。ダチと眠らなきゃな、ダチと。ダチと眠らないと本当にダチなのか？ I love white noises. Whenever I go to my grandma's house and there's lots of people, I always fall asleep in the living room. I love their voices. I see. I wonder if I can't... I wonder if I can't... Oh, sorry. Alright, how do you guys like that? How do you guys like that? I improved the frame rate. Now the flames go even faster. I could probably make it go even further, honestly. It might still be a little bit too bright. Let's try doing a little bit more. Okay, maybe that's too much. Alright, isn't that just beautiful? Still, the camera's not able to take in just how beautiful the orange is. That fire. It's a beautiful orange glow. Like the camera just shows it as white. But no, it's a beautiful orange. Dashi no dachi. tomodachi, friend, my buddies, my homies. If you can't sleep with your homies, are you really homies? If I'm not sleeping while cupping my boy homie on the breast, on his man boob, can we really be called homies? We ain't kissing on the lips. You liked it better before? Really? I liked it better before? You love man boob? I like man boob too. I mean, if you... Are you sure you liked it before? I mean, you can make it go back, but... I kinda like how it's so fast. But, you know, you're the boss. There, I set it back. I set it back to how it was. You love seeing men kissing. Hey. It's just how the homies are, you know? I reckon this can burn for another maybe 30 minutes. Though I think I want to start within the next 15 or so minutes, I guess. Since that was the last of the wood. There's no more wood. The wood is all done and gone. Oh wait, there's something I want to check. I'm gonna go into the back side of the chimney. I'm gonna touch the chimney. I'm gonna see if the back of the chimney is like really warm. Because that's how you know you've done a good job. Is when you can sit in the back of the chimney and can just feel the brick, a really hot brick, like emanating heat back into the house. Like sometimes I like to lean against the back of the chimney. And just, it's like having it's like sleeping on a infrared massage bed or something like that. It's like sleeping on a heated mat, except the mat is brick, and it's really hot. It feels really good. You know, I have wood. No, I that's the last of the wood. That's all the wood I have for today. Sure is beautiful. The brick's not really cold, but it's not really burning hot that I was hoping for. Probably needs a couple more hours. It's starting to get warm, but it's not really like the burning hot that I want it to be. You know, that's fine. I'm gonna take a shower after this. Because I'm not gonna lie, I smell kinda like smoke right about now. I'm gonna take a shower. Oh, that reminds me, I need to change out this shower. I need to change out the exhaust fan in the bathroom. That exhaust fan's been in the bathroom for like 20-something years. It's full of gunk. And Papa Yatano's tried to clean it out. But Papa Yatano's always been really bad at precision work. Every time he tries to fix the fan, it gets noisier and noisier. I'm pretty sure that the fan has been put off axis by him. So like, because every time it spins now, it feels like it's hitting something. So probably he messed it up. It's fine. That fan has been so noisy. I hate it so much. Whenever I'm trying to record anything and they turn on the exhaust fan, it's just so noisy. Actually irritating. I'm gonna go buy a new one, a new exhaust fan that's like... Apparently the new exhaust fans these days are really quiet. That thing is so noisy. The one that's in there right now, it's the worst. Hopefully the new exhaust fans will be like really quiet. And I can actually just be able to do things. Sorry, I'm starting to feel a little bit sleepy. I mean, I know I'm sleepy by default anyway. I usually am just a very sleepy person, but being in the dark, sitting here in the dark, just staring at the fire, it's like one of those things that lulls me into a sense of security. I kind of want to just sleep here on this cold, hard floor. But I shouldn't. Sleeping here is bad. But I kind of want to. This must be what it's like to be under a not a futon. It's under a Japanese heated table. I forgot what those are called. I probably asked something similar before, but my name has a rolling J. Should I use a pseudonym to publish stuff? Not a lot of people know how to. Kotatsu, yeah. Kotatsu. This must be what it's like to sleep under a kotatsu. The fire is really just... I want to lie down and just sleep like good sleep in such a long time. Really appreciate a good nap right about now. good one. They say kotatsu is very calming. They can sleep under it. It's not good to sleep underneath the kotatsu. You can accidentally burn yourself or the house. Kotatsu is actually kind of dangerous. You're not supposed to sleep under a kotatsu. To be able to enjoy the fire just a little bit longer. We don't get to do this very often after all. It's weird. I feel so warm right now, and yet I also feel so cold. I feel so cold and empty. I guess that's what they call ambivalence. How can you be both warm and cold at the same time? But that's how I feel. They saw it on anime all the time. Are you gonna sleep now? No. Not like this. Not like this. Actually, what if I try lying down just a little bit? Just a little bit. I won't go to sleep, I promise. I just need to lie down a little bit. I just need a little bit of rest. 2 hours before working, that'll do it to you. If you don't give yourself enough time to wake up before working, you're gonna feel pretty sleepy. Because of your voice, I'm getting sleepy as well. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make people feel relaxed. I'm sorry if you feel sleepy. That wasn't my intention. That wasn't my intention. It wasn't. It wasn't. Can't get up. I can't get up. Help. I've fallen and I can't get up. It's a little bit too relaxing here. Can't get up? No. That might be bad actually. Air quality is probably really poor. Due to the... Yeah, I see there's a lot of smoke. think I'm a woman if I use Rico as my pseudonym? Why is that? Careful with CO can choke you to death without you even noticing a thing. Yeah. Don't burn bad wood, guys, and keep a window open when you're burning stuff. It was a man's name, right? CO2. Can sense that one, yeah. Probably on the no side. Is maybe giving me some problems. Maybe I should have my air purifier out here when I'm burning wood. That'd probably be a good idea. Yeah. Rico is a girl's name, isn't it? It's a boy's and a girl's name. Isn't it? I'm curious though, did you know that I'm trolling in the last fire stream? I think you believe that I am a man with a 12-inch. Wait, Anjay. You lied to me? You lied to me? Even though I'm so naive and innocent? You lied to me? I believed you. How could you lie to me? I'm so hurt. 騙されちゃったの？なんで？ Did you really believe it? I did believe it. Wait, Anze, you're a girl? I thought you were a girl, and then you told me you were a man. Now you're saying you're a girl again? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. なんで？なんでだよ。なんでだよ。僕に嘘つくの。なんで？ How could you? Knowing how gullible and naive I am. I always want to believe everyone's telling the truth. You're tricking me. Gender fluidity is such a mystery. It's a mystery. Do, 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 do. I laughed so hard that time the way you asked. I am a carbon copy of my dad, except that part. お前な。最悪だわ、これ。最悪。Alright. Well, you know what? We're just about hitting the 3-hour mark. I think I'm gonna cap it off here. That was the last of my wood, and I think I really want to shower right about now. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow at our usual time, 5:45 p.m. Pacific. We'll be doing Frostpunk 2. Instead of keeping warm by the fire, we're going to freeze. We're going to freeze to death. I promise I will not feed you. I will feed you soup, but I won't put sawdust in your soup this time. I promise. Anyways, we have us, all your wood. What are you talking about? Anyways, I'm gonna go take a shower. Good night, everybody. I'll see you later. 今回の配信を見に来てくれて皆さん、お疲れ様でした。おつはく、おつレイベン。またね。バイバイ。